Hey guys, welcome back. This is the hair that we're using today to construct our closure wig. I'm so excited to be playing with this hair, our dome cap, and we're about to get started. Now, what I first like to do when I construct my wigs is try my dome cap on. That's why you see the white lines on the cap. And I try it on and I try to mark where I'm going to put my frontal or my closure. So that's why you see the markings. My closure is already placed onto the dome cap. I already have threaded needles. You're going to need a couple of them, so I would suggest you do that. This is our first 24-inch body wave from Annjanettluxuryhair. I like to measure my hair out like so, and then just wing it, go for it. But first, we're going to sew down this closure. I have my closure placed a little bit in front of the dome cap. I don't have it like right up to the edge of the dome cap. I have it like a little bit in front of it. And I have these T-pins down just for my placement. I go through the skin of the cap. I don't go through the whole elastic part of the cap. I go through the skin, guys. That's a big deal. Go through the skin. Now that you went through the skin and the closure, you want to go through the thread. Split the thread apart. Go through it so you can make a knot. That's right, just pull it through and it's going to make a knot. Adjust it if it gets kinked up, that's fine. And then just keep pulling it through and you're going to make a nice little knot. And I like to make like 2 knots in the beginning and at the end of all my tracks. So that's what I do. I feel comfortable with doing it. And if I had a frontal, I would make 3 knots. So you see me pulling that thread over. I go upward through the dome cap and the closure. I have that string, that thread in back of it, and I pull it through. So guys, watch one more time. I go upward through the dome cap and the closure, guys. Just keep on watching. I pull my thread in back of the needle. You're going to see, guys, the thread is going to go in back of the needle. There we go. And it's going to make a knot. Pull it through. And there we go. So I don't like to go too far apart. I stay pretty close, probably like 1/4 of an inch apart. And I just keep going. You can even go closer. Like it's a personal preference. And trust me, sewing is not easy. You got to find your niche. You got to find a groove to it. Like I used to sew downward, but I didn't like how the stitching looked on the wefts. So I tried the upward and I like how it knots up. I like how it makes a knot. It feels more secure and I like how it looks. So I'm just going to repeat this all the way to the other side of the closure. I'm just going to let you guys watch it. Now with sewing, guys, I am a little slow and I'm really okay with that. Like, I just want to be consistent. I want my stitching to be, you know, all uniform. And I just want my bundles, my wefts, and my closure or my frontal secure to the dome cap. I don't need nothing falling apart. Nothing just like, you know, being lumpy. Like, until you get like the gist of everything, like, you just have to practice and keep learning. I move my T-pins as I go along. I continue to stretch out my cap just to make sure I have it as flat as possible. And I just keep repeating it. You just got to have patience. See, I have a little knot. I adjusted it, pulled it right through. No biggie. That's why I like to hold my thread until I make the knot. But even if it get knotted up, you can just adjust the thread and just pull it through and it should be fine. And just So I just keep repeating the same steps you see here. I go under the weft into the dome cap, and I put the thread in back of the needle. It makes a nice little knot, and I just keep on going until I get to the top, and that's basically what you do. One thing I know now that I would do differently in making my closure wigs is I'll get a silver marker instead of a white one. I think that'll probably come out a little better, even though it didn't, like, you know, get on the hair or anything. I'm just looking like I could have got a silver marker. It probably would have been camouflaged a little better. But I'm pretty sure after washing the wig the first time that I wouldn't even notice it. And when the whole wig is constructed, you're not going to notice it. So I just finished that weft right there. We're just going to complete this wig out. And we're just going to keep going. Keep adjusting your pins. You see I have the knot at the end of that thread. And this is the way I just do them now, that I construct my wigs now. I know after I learn stuff and I just keep learning, like I might do it differently, you know, in a month or two. But for right now, like the tracks are secure. I like the sewing pattern. It's a go for me. And you see how I started that new thread, like kind of like a couple knots back. I didn't start right where that thread ended. I feel real good about doing that. I don't want to start right where the thread ends for some reason. And that's how I do my wigs. But we're just going to keep going until we get to the top, guys, and close out our closure. I promise, guys, ever since I seen this video, I was like, honey, you need to lotion your elbows. I swear. I swear. Please don't judge me. So we're closing off our closure wig. Product, guys, and this is the unit. Like I said, this is a 5x5 closure, and this looks pretty good. Now the next video will be me styling the unit. I like it. It's really full. It's a nice length. I did not get a lot of shedding from the hair. I hope you guys like the video. I will see you guys on the next one.